LTX Studio has been working hard to catch up with the big players. They've been around for a while, but they have always been a little bit behind, but they really have started to catch up with LTX-2. And now they're starting to offer features that we really want, such as longer video lengths, as long as 20 seconds. Let's explore what they have to offer. Welcome, my name is Rosh, the co-host of the Creative AI Show, where we are two creative guys talking AI. And in this video, we're over at Fall AI to test out the new LTX-2, but some of their new features, which are available right here in the Fall AI and of course on their LTX Studio website. But what you see is the ability to have up to a 20-second video. And we're going to test that out a few ways. And of course, as we mentioned in the last video, you have frames per second, 25 to up to 50 frames per second. And your resolution, look at that, 2160. That's impressive. I'm going to do a cowboy scene, and coincidentally, they have a cowboy scene here, but this is 6 seconds. We're going to create a 20-second cowboy scene. 3 scenes: cowboy on a horse in the mountains, then riding through a town, and then riding toward a small cabin, which is his home. And as you can see down here, depending on the quality of the video, such as 1080p or 1440 or 2160, that will dictate the price. So at 1080p, so 4 times 20, well, that's 80 cents for a 20-second clip. Let's take a look. Now the sound of the horse was much better than it was when he was riding into town. And they have still some work to do in the sound department, but we'll test that a little bit further in a few moments. But you also have the option for image to video, with a video running, again, up to 20 seconds. Let's take a look. So I'm going to say that it actually got better the longer it ran in this situation. It was actually kind of morphing from this scene into behind the bike scene. And yeah, there was some serious morphing. However, out of these 20 seconds, I will say have 14 seconds of solid footage. I mean, if you think about it, you could take this first part right here, and then you could go here, and then you could go here, and you have a story going. And they're all solid scenes. Let's create a conversation and see how it does with a long scene prompted with text to video, and let the AI make up the conversation, but we'll tell them what to talk about, which could be kind of odd. We'll see. Okay, so we're in the playground for text to video, and we're going to again go 20 seconds. But let's think about what we're going to do, what we're going to talk about. 2 old men reminisce about frogs from the olden days and how they were much greener back then. Okay, here we go. 2 old men on a porch in rocking chairs reminiscing about frogs from the olden days and how much greener they were back then. Okay, let's see how this goes, but let's check out our resolution, our duration. Well, we want this to be a full 20 seconds. Our resolution will stick to 1080 aspect ratio. Let's up the frames to 50 to see what happens. And yes, we want audio. Okay, we can't do that. We have to stick with the 25 frames. It was worth a shot. So here it is, and it took about 2 minutes at the most, so it didn't take long at all. This is fast, so it looks like it's pretty darn fast. And again, 20 seconds, two old guys on a porch in rocking chairs. That's what we asked for. They're going to reminisce about frogs, because back then they were much greener.
Remember the frogs back in the olden days? Sure do, Jedediah. Sure do. They were much greener back then.
Okay, well, we have some serious physics issues here. First of all, he answered his own question. This guy didn't answer the question. And he's smoking something that looks like kind of a pipe, but the smoke is coming out of this guy behind him in the chair. So we do have some physics issues, and we tend to have little issues still with LTX. It's not really consistent. But this, one thing about the 20 seconds is you can just run it, and you can, especially if it's one long scene, well, you can take those clips like I showed you before. Take the best pieces. And as you could see, there are some more higher quality versions. I believe, again, this is the fast. Let's take a look. So you have a lot you can pull from with the fast, but if you want the pro version, you can do so, image to video as well as text to video, but you don't have as much in the way of time. But you could do 10 seconds, and let's see what happens. Let's see the difference. 10 seconds, we'll do the, let's do maximum. Let's see if we can get higher quality overall. Let's just see what happens. So this is probably going to cost $2.40. Okay, here we go. And let's pull it up larger. Okay, oops, pull it back to the beginning here. And we should have sound. Now this does look like better quality overall, just in terms of lighting, much richer in terms of you're going to see kind of a copy of it in the video, but let's see if there's sound.
I remember back when the frogs were greener, much greener than they are now.
We don't have as much of a physics issue, but yeah, the sound still isn't solid in terms of voice, but hey, another option, and sometimes it's better than others. So, if you want to play around a little more, it's a little less expensive in some areas. Even just using the fast can be a lot of fun. Obviously, you can get better quality with, say, conversation with Sora and even with VO3. But again, you're just going to have to play around with the, maybe you're just using LTX Studios just kind of as a workspace. There's so many different reasons to use the different AIs, but LTX is really pushing to become a player that they've been trying to do for a while. And as I said in the last video, they traditionally always seem to be to me about 6 months behind, and now they're like 6 weeks, but they're also offering some features like that 20 seconds that's really nice, and it allows you to give yourself a number of different looks in one setting. And so I do like that, especially when storytelling, you can take, say, 2 or 3 clips from a 20-second clip to tell a story. Just take the best of the best, and I do like that opportunity. If you want to hear more about AI for the Creative, check into the Creative AI Show every Monday, where we are two creative guys talking AI. I'll see you in the next video.